It was the beginning of May this year, and around 11 p.m. my mom and I were busy packing our essentials and throwing our holiday clothes and stuff into our suitcases. Because as much as my mom tries to be organized, it surprises us both when she is. In a few short hours, at 3 a.m., the taxi would arrive to take us to the airport for our 2-week trip to Ibiza. Now, you may be asking, but why packing so late? And the simple answer is, I don't know. I got tired and needed a sleep. So I go into my room and rest for a few hours while my mom stays awake. What seemed like a blink of an eye, I snapped right back into consciousness as my mom was gently waking me up. Still tired, I excitedly get ready and brought the luggage downstairs. While waiting at the open door with our luggage outside, I looked around my surroundings and observed my quiet neighborhood. It seemed very weird, seeing the orange lights illuminating the dark street, knowing that everyone is asleep. But it made sense why it felt weird, because I am not normally outside at night unless we're camping. Just then, the taxi arrived, and there was life in our street. We put our suitcases and bags into the boot with assistance from the taxi driver, and then we were off. In about 40 minutes, we would arrive at Belfast International Airport. So as I stare out of the car window into the darkness of Belfast, I think to myself how beautiful it is at night, the street lamps casting orange light and the different illuminated buildings. It made me realize how lucky I am to live in such a vibrant city, but I only see during daytime hours. We arrive at the airport and we all help get our luggage from the boot and onto the pavement. My mom pays the taxi fare while I get us a trolley for all of our luggage. It was impossible to transport any other way because we had so much. As we headed into the airport, the quiet and darkness only changed to noise and bright lights. It seemed like the only place alive at this time. Outside, there were cars dropping people off and picking people up, airplanes taking off and landing. Inside, there was lots of staff doing different jobs and holiday makers, chatting, coming home, and leaving to go on holiday, just like us. I think we are all tired, but going in different directions, if you know what I mean. As we queued to check in, my mom said that she was certain that she would need to pay for the extra luggage and weight. She explained that that's the price she will have to pay for being unorganized, literally speaking. But to our surprise and mom's delight, the very kind man allowed us to check in all 4 suitcases at no extra charge. All we had to carry was our hand luggage and our backpacks. I know it was 2 people for 2 weeks. I still don't understand how or why she does it, but that's just my mom. Then went through the security port or checkpoint. We were in the speedy lane that was going slower than the normal lane. It felt like forever and very boring queuing for so long. Then we put our hold luggage for security. I had to remove my electronics and my cap. Our bags also got spot checked, which wasn't fun, as it meant yet for more waiting. We finally got through and into the area of the shops and food court. My stomach started to rumble, so I told my mom, I'm hungry, and can we get something to eat from that cafe? She said no, because she had prepaid for our meals on the plane both ways. While passing the cafe, we saw something that weirded us out. It made our anxiety level rise somewhat due to the strangeness of the situation and lack of sleep. We haven't been at the airport for 3 years because of the worldwide coronavirus epidemic. So, what we saw were robot waiters serving food, drinks to people, not humans, robots. It was weird and cool, but probably for my mom, it most likely was more terrifying because she had no sleep and had lots of coffee. Her anxiety levels spiked, and she started to freaking out. But nonetheless, after Mom was stunned, freaking out, and some color has returned to her face, she had felt a little bit more comfortable with the weird situation we found ourselves in. We went to check out 3 stores, and I got myself a big M&M bar and a drink of Iron Brew to eat before the flight. On the route to the terminal, we walked past more food, clothes, and beauty shops. As we walked past the hallway towards our terminal, the planes in the distance brought me lots of joy. I even got to enjoy the sunrise as we walked through the airport window. We arrived and sat down on the padded seats in the waiting area. Then for the next 30 minutes, my mom talked to 2 other women, and I played on my phone. Then it was our time, and we headed down towards the gate with some assistance from the staff, and we went inside the plane. I was very excited at this point, and still hungry. Our plane took off, and once we were in the sky, our food arrived quickly after. It was cooked breakfast, and it looked a bit meh, but I was so hungry I began chowing down. Unfortunately for me, it tasted exactly how it looked. We only managed to eat half, as it tasted worse than usual. I began to imagine that we had eaten at the Robot Cafe. I bet the food was much nicer than a snarky plain food. The pilot told us that we would be arriving early. The plane journey took 2.5 hours. I sketched drawings in my sketchpad, played games on my phone, and slept a little too. When I woke, I could see the island in the near distance, and it brought me joy. The passage out of the airport was easy. We got on the coach outside, and within 40 minutes, we arrived at our hotel, the Leonardo Royale at Escana, Ibiza. Ibiza is renowned for being a party island, and the clubs are hosted by famous DJs from all over the world. But Escanar is a bit different. Family-oriented party island. Our hotel was on the beach, and we had a top-floor apartment with a seafood. Despite the part of the island being known for its beautiful sunrises, we experienced the most magnificent sight that we have ever seen. As the sun setting one evening, it lit up an island in the sea. So this normal grey rock island now glowed a stunning bright orange that looked exactly like lava.